Hey everyone, it's Craig here. I wanted to do a quick check-in, say hi to everyone. Thank you for everyone that has subscribed and watched my video and my short, and I've gotten quite a few more followers on Instagram with comments from generating and kind of conversation from that, and I love it. I love engaging with crafters because it's, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like, I guess not with knitting and crocheting, but like when you're talking quilting and weaving and spinning, it's like a lot of, you got a lot of stuff to take with you to socialize. I only have a little bit of time before my minions get here. And I figured I would kind of just say hi. I It's funny. I can't remember. I don't know if anyone coined this one, but like they have Whip Wednesday, Finish It February. I always say I need Mend It Mondays. So I was gifted these years ago from a friend that was an exchange student from Russia, and I'm actually like fascinated by the construction. I've never like they're seamed, and they've got like this. I can't remember what the heel is. Because it has, like, right now I've worn it down, but it had a seam here. I can't remember the name of it. I'll have to look it up. I know Roxanne Richard did a thing on it, but it looks like a heel flap and gusset, but how it's seamed, it's a little bit different. And these are like just, I put them on over my normal socks if I'm like cold, because it's Alaska. And they have like a little pinhole thing, but I patched this because it had worn out. And now this one's worn out. So I have to do Mend It Monday, apparently. And I probably, after so long, I'll have to just get rid of them because they'll be unable to patch. And then I have another one that I have to figure out. So, like I said, I don't have a lot of things that are knits that are mine. They're all mine, right? I don't have a lot of knits that I've kept for myself. I have a couple pairs of socks and like one hat. Everything else is always a gift. So I mended and put in a patch on this right here because it wore a hole through. I think this is tall tree fibers or something that I can't remember. I can't remember their name. I'll have to look them up. They're on Etsy. If you look up self-striping sock yarn, and this is like super soft. But now I have another wear mark right there, and I'm like, I don't want to. Mainly, were these toe up or cuff down? I don't remember. I can't remember, but I don't want to like just rip back and then like cut a new yarn here. I don't have that much of this yarn left. So for this, I'm like, can I make a larger patch that like just encompasses this? Because with this, I actually held 2 strands double to make it a little thicker, and like hopefully it won't wear as quickly. Which is funny because I like have another wear mark right there. I'm really hard on my socks. I walk around in either Birkenstocks or in my socks, and I walk out into the garage and out to check the mail in socks all the time. So I gotta figure something out. I might have to like pre-knit the patch and then find a way to graft it on. That'll be an adventure for another day. I'm working through my Woolens and Nosh sock advent, which I don't actually have with me. I did not plan well enough, apparently. But like I said in my original podcast, my first one, I have triplet daughters. Kind of see a photo of them right there. That's a few years old. They'll be 8 in March. And I'm terrible, and I actually don't have very many things knitted for them, and I feel bad. I had some hats, little gnome hats that I knitted when they were in the NICU. But I haven't done anything since. Mainly, they grow like weeds, right? They're like, we just bought them size 10 pants, and now they're like, some of them are too small because my daughters are really tall. I'm 6'2", my wife is 5'9", 5'10", I think, I can't remember off the top of my head. So they're tall, and so then they just grow out of them. So I've knit Emery, whose color is purple, and then I've knit Harper, who's pink, one of the hats that I'm making, which was kind of dual purpose. It's a gift for them, but it also is letting me figure out the sizing for kids, because I mean, like I said in my first video, I don't know that it's necessarily going to be like a pattern in terms of do it, you know, you have to do it this to get this type of hat. It's more of like you need to see. I'm kind of showing the repeat and how to incorporate the repeat into the crown decreases. After that, I don't, you know, if you want to do knit one, purl one, knit two, purl two, you want to change it up, that's all, you know, that's what it is. Mine, I think, a recipe for knitting, I think is what it was, is what people say. So this is Rowan Tweed, held double. That is like one of my favorite yarns. I don't know, I just like the way the heathering and the tweed blends together with this yarn. I know it's kind of expensive. I got it, my birthday was in November, so I got a gift card, and I had the white already because I use it in other things, but then like I didn't have pink and purple for this. So I had that. I got that, finished those. This was like, I actually got like here and I realized I was wrong. So I like ripped all the way back, and literally this, like, if I had just knit, I could have just knit this in a day. Like, it was super, this, when I'm saying potato chippy, you don't have to think. I love it. It's, you know, so that's what a lot of people are getting for Christmas from me. And then, so this one, they didn't have a teal that worked the way I wanted it to for the Rowan Tweed. I had one that has teal, but it's one of the K facets and it's gradient, and the girls, like, you know, that whole thing of like they need the same amount of French fries McDonald's count, because they will. Yeah, I can't get one that has a gradient and then the other two that don't. It would not end well. So this is Queensland Connection, Kathmandu. I'm sorry, I suck at. And it's an Aran weight, but in holding this double gets it this is DK, so I hold a double, it makes it worsted, but I think it'll be okay. And it is a little bit more blue for the teal, because she's more of like a green teal is what she likes. So, but I mean, it's pretty. What is this colorway called? It's tropical teal. So, you know, it's, and in all honesty, I'll end up having to make my mom one from this because she loves teal like Reagan. And so, yeah, that's what I'm working on. I'm running out of, I actually don't have another ball of the white. This is how much I have left. So this is a little bit of Rowan hemp tweed, which is now discontinued. I used it up, and I'm gonna, at the beginning, just use this. It's kind of close enough. I mean, this is a little bit more sand color than this. This has more of a white. But I didn't want to use, I have like a grayer one, and I didn't want to use it with that as much. Like I feel like the white makes the color pop a little bit more than using like one of the charcoal ones. So I think it'll work. If not, it's easy to tink back, and then I'll go get another one of this. Wait, I did prepare. I actually do. I didn't realize that. Yeah, I've been coming down. This is like our rec room where there's a TV room and there's Legos and Barbies everywhere. I usually have to step over them to get to my work desk. And then I kind of start my morning with coffee. And then this, right now in December, I kind of listen to the Woolly Winter Countdown with I Thought I Knew How and Pearl Together. That's like my morning. I love it. And then I work on sock advent before I start working. It's kind of my nice calm wake up. But yeah, so I'm doing the 2024 advent. It was actually kind of fun because somehow I probably from like I always just throw this in my laptop bag and then I have to like rip everything out. Somehow one of the balls like got their center pole, but it got the outer pole sucked up into it. So I already know what the colorway of this is because I already did it last year. And I'm actually off my row. I haven't finished. Today's the 16th. I haven't finished it yet. So it was funny. I had to like completely take that ball out and then untangle it all and see all the colors and whatever. Oh well, I know what the colorway is because I got this last year. And then here's the 2025. Again, I haven't gotten to the 16. So, but it's fun. Toe up. I don't normally do toe up, but for this, it's kind of I like it. It kind of makes you like not complacent as a knitter, I guess. Like if you're only like I only ever do it this way. Well, but then you want to build your skills. So I try that, for the advents of doing sock or toe up, and then once I get to the top of the toe, I actually generally like doing a folded hem like this, and these come with contrasting colors for the heel and toe and cuff if you want, however you want to use your contrast. So I will likely knit just a tube, and then I'll go in and do an afterthought heel, and I will I'll knit more of the contrast for the cuff, so that way when I do the fold over, all that's being folded over is the contrast color, and you get the full effect of the Feel free to leave me a comment and let me know what you're working on. I'd be excited to hear about it. If you are on Instagram, that is primarily where I follow most people in terms of knitting. I have Facebook, but it's for family and friends. And then I have some people on Ravelry that I follow, but that one's not as intuitive because it's really, it's not a social media. Let me know what you're working on. I'm excited to hear from folks. And like I said, I got quite a few follows on Instagram and YouTube, and it was kind of, I saw some where, they're following me on YouTube and then they follow me on Instagram, and I see what they're working on. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. There was a gentleman, I can't remember the username now, and he's working on some double knitting, which I have not done double knitting, or brioche or fisherman's rib and all those ones. Not that I can't, right? I can learn it, but it's one of those ones that like it's just not my go-to. I primarily like kind of lace work, not like Shetland laced or doilies, but like eyelets and kind of leaves where it kind of make it looks like a leaf or a tree or something, and you kind of get that type of motif. There you go. And I like really simple cables like this. I have done some really pretty Celtic cables, and I like those ones as well. They're not my big jam, I just because I want to be able to relax. And those ones, you can't relax. You have to pay attention a little bit more when they're like integrating multiple cable crossings all at once. But, and then, just regular variegated or self-striping socks. I've done some color work socks. All right. Well, I've babbled long enough. This is likely what's going to happen for a lot of these podcasts. I'm a talker. I'm a babbler. I talk with my hands. So lots of movement, lots of tangents. So hopefully you're entertained, get a laugh out of it a bit, and have a great week. And hopefully you're staying warm and have a fun project to work on. Bye.